Hiya.
Hello. This is like
Uh,
getting in all kinds of trouble today.
it sounds like it. The computers aren't cooperating with you.
Ha! He's smarter than the computer. Okay,
Oh, there
cool.
you are. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
Let's get started. So their website's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's like lagging a
I like that.
lot.
I like that it's moving in the background.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to do that on my website. Then they have like a cool picture.
There's a nice montage going on in the background.
In their bio. Yeah, I thought so. And they have like a lot of info for anyone who's interested in learning more about them. They've been around for like, I think it says February 2009. So that's like 11 years of being a band. That's pretty awesome. And
Sweet.
let's see. Go to videos.
I wonder who does their photography. It's on point.
Right? All right, so we got red sky as an option. Men in gray. I'm away. Burn the horizon. Rope. This is the animated one. We'll do that second. Back to my planet. And then why do you talk? And that's a lyric video. And I think down here are older ones, which would be cool.
What's the Men in Gray?
Men in Gray. This one looks cool too. Yeah, let's go up there. Let's just try Men in Gray.
Okay, and from 0.
Yeah, from to 0. This is so difficult. You have it at 0?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, ready? On, say, play. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah, cool.
Pause or stop, whatever. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was that was completely like different from what I expected from them.
It's a little different from some of the stuff I was listening to, but I think they have a bunch of different sounds. Some of them are like a psychobilly type sound, or like the horror pops, but I like that they're kind of like all over. And they also remind me of the Distillers, and this still reminded me of the Distillers, and those are like two of my favorite like female fronted bands. So that's cool.
I like the way the song progressed. There's like plateaus, like it built up and then it's like now we're where we want to be and like really hit you for a little bit and then jumped up another level and another. There was like three big like let's make this more powerful than it was before. So they really brought it felt like they brought the noise and the rage with it, you know. I had a lot of fun listening to that.
At one point I thought it was almost over, and then they like came back, and I was like, nice. I like when songs do that. I'm like, oh, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, and it was cool. They were shaking the screen too, so it's like you felt like it was like in your face, and you could feel the power. Like if you were actually at a concert and the floor was shaking, was kind of the effect they were trying to get across. It felt like.
Yeah, that was similar to the other one where it was just the tight space, so you felt like there. But like, yeah, that little extra, and just the camera movements were nice because they were close, but they were smooth. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like all over the place. It was smooth. Yeah. What about Barbara?
It was beautifully shot. Like, can we talk about the setting though? That was like, it was, and like the lighting and everything, like it because whenever we looked at their website, I was like kind of reading over bits and pieces of like what they wrote, and they tried to really stick with their narrative that they're like from hell or whatever. And I feel like it gave like that slight feeling, but without being so in your face like a lot of other bands do. It was just nice and subtle, but also brought that across, especially with like the red lighting, and like it felt like it was like in a church type area. It was kind of, you know, her makeup's dark, but she's not like super in your face, but she's still like super passionate and everything. And it just, they weren't so in your face that it's overwhelming, but just like enough where you're not like I'm put off by this. You're just like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, what about that church? It's like steampunk almost. It had like the lights and the metal gears and everything, and then like they put the guitar player in the hallway, which was weird, but it was like a metal hallway, almost like it was in the ductwork. And then that statue they kept showing that from the outside shots was really just like steampunk-esque and also intimidating in ways, and seemed like it was really coming out to grab you, you know.
Yeah, I like there was one shot where she like popped back and in the front, like I don't know if we'll have to like maybe replay that, but like just that, like it was like smooth, but it was just like, hey, I'm here, like I'm doing this thing.
But yeah, that's what was amazing, that they kept like the video started in your face, right, but they found ways to keep upping the level of in your faceness, you know. I hadn't seen that type of let's take it to the next level, but like we're like, if that thing was 3D we would have fallen over, is what I'm trying to say.
It felt 3D, like
it did.
It was a small space, but just the way they moved, and it was like, I was thinking it was like, you know, it wasn't like a super complicated, like with lots of stuff in it. It was simple, but that made it look better because they had like the intense like things like that swirly thing in the statue's stomach or whatever, and that, I think that changed colors a couple times too, didn't it?
There was some strange lighting, and it was very subtle in all the gears and statues and stuff.
In the math, that was cool. But yeah, they had like few key images and not too many, like because you remember each image that was in it rather than just like a bunch of flashes of like a million. Like if you went around my house and like you see all these things, but like focus on like the 3 or 4 really cool shots.
What about that guitar solo? That was pretty cool effects on his guitar.
Right.
That thing was flying, and then he's like bending these strings, and it sounds like, you know, it was good sound.
lost you both for a second. I heard you talking. All right, there you're back. Okay. Now this internet's probably being bad because I put it on the generic one. But yeah, and, like, her hair was like perfect. I don't like hair up in ponytails really, but like her, like the color of her hair, and like it was just like whipping around in the right way. But like I really like ponytails are just usually like you can see people's like frizz or like I don't know, but it was like a very full ponytail and it just looked nice. Unlike this where I have no hair. Yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, do we want to try to re-show that one, or you guys want to watch the animation one and then maybe go back?
I mean, I think I'm always for keep going, you know. Let's get new ones in.
This one's almost 4 years old.
I just like the animation's different, and plus, you know, I have animation that I don't use. So.
I know. I just feel like that's important to note. That's like 4 years old. It's like almost 8 years into their band life.
Yeah, I mean, they've been around for a while, so they've done tons of stuff.
Yeah, they're very polished. Like everything is right on. They know what they're doing. They know how to make an impact.
Yeah, I wish we would be able to see them, but now we're like 2 worlds apart, especially now. But I would love to see them live.
Let's go as soon as COVID's over.
Yeah, we just need to get some fun. We can just do this.
Yeah.
We'll
I feel like
start a
she
GoFundMe.
she knows how to like command a stage so well, and even like on a like tiny screen, she just like she kept it very passionate entertainment. Like,
Cool. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll do the same thing. 3, 2, 1, and then play. I think is what I said. All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah.
I like that. That was funny.
Getting heavy on the philosophy in that one.
How do I get out of this? There we are. Yeah, that was. It was like really cute, and then it like was like weird, and it was like super complicated for being like a animated music video. Usually those are like a lot simpler, and that had like I'm sure it was like easier than I'm thinking in my head because animation just stresses me out. But like it was definitely more complicated than most cartoon, music videos.
Yeah, it was cool. It was dealing with big issues, so I think that's why it had that feeling of just complications. I mean, what if we are being judged? It's a big issue, and it was good at bringing up different issues subtly. Like each one seemed insignificant on its own, but it was actually like representative of deadly sins. Like there was just the guy consuming too much McDonald's is one of them. The kid with the violence, the one for sex and all that stuff. So they did a good job at making it understandable without having to talk about it for a long time. They were just little tiny montages that kind of fit in there, and that helped the flow go along with the music really well, and also explain all the stuff they were talking about in the lyrics.
See, that's why I like it.
Yeah,
like, we all noticed different things because I did not catch that. Now I would, since you pointed out, the same as the last time we did this. But I was like looking at totally different things and was focused in on like the aliens because I'm obsessed with like the space alien thing. That's why my thing's called Space Bats. So I was focused on that. What did you notice?
It dealt with so many issues, and like it being a video from like almost 4 years ago, and still those issues are so prominent in the world today. Like the only thing they're missing is a pandemic, basically. Like other than that could be applied to today very easily. And it's like, well, kind of almost like last year whenever they had the Area 51 thing, it's almost like, what if the like another world is like watching over us and being like, why are you messing up so bad? Like this is it, we're done. Like it's like all these bad things continually happening, and it's like, well, do you keep the planet or do you just destroy the planet?
Or are they the ones messing with us? Also,
I mean, they did choose a bunch of people for a spaceship, so maybe they always had those people chose, like it was just a ruse, like they're gonna infiltrate society and cause us to enjoy our sins even more, and then we're just gonna scuttle off these few people we want while that's happening.
It could be a thing. So Tom DeLonge has a show where he's literally proving that aliens are out there. Season 2 just wrapped up the other day, and it is freaky, like real. But we won't get too much into that. But aliens are out there, and they're probably controlling this stuff.
I don't know. I mean, like, the best evidence I've heard against it is like, have you ever tried to be a project manager? You know how hard it is to get people to do the work. You just end up doing it yourself. So that's kind of how I look at any like mass hysterias. It's like, can we actually get all these people to do this job? And most of the time the answer is no, or we have a lot of cash and they're going to do it horribly. So both sides don't work, in my opinion. Well, yeah, it's possible. Maybe they're better at it. The thing I really did like is in the animation, a lot of it was just not about what we were looking at. It was also about the color palettes they were using. Everything had a very, I don't want to say garbage, but like, colors you would associate with garbage, like greens and browns and silvers and just like box stuff, like it looked like cardboard at times. And I feel that really lent to that whole, let's not like this society because they look like garbage. And that kind of gave that overall feeling to you when you were watching the video, so that you would want the planet to be blowing up. You're on the side of the aliens. And I thought that was neat how they like positioned you to always lean towards that side.
Yeah. It reminded me.
Like it's a very sick world. Like the green just like makes you sick. It's like the poison face. the green poison face.
Mr. Yuck.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's green gets associated with poison so much because of that, and it's like, so this world is poison, so we have to get rid of it.
But also the music was very different from what they're doing, at least their other music video was. It sounded more like the horror pop, rockabilly, punk, all that like combined. Like I was saying, I listened to before, but I like that they have the different sounds and they've probably evolved. You know, if we go through and watch more videos and listen in like chronological order, you know, as a band, being a band for 11 years, you like grow and change and evolve. And I really like that bands do that. When bands just, you know, stick with the same sound forever, their songs end up all sounding the same.
The like opening of the video, like there was a Van Halen tune, I can't remember what it is off the top, that starts off with just drums and then it gets into the guitar and drums, and I really felt like, I'm like, hey, wait, this is now Van Halen but heavier for just a moment there in the beginning, and then they got a little bit heavier but had that same power drumming thing that brought it through. So it was like it was really leaning on hard rock more than it was in metal in that video, and that's like quite a shift. So it's like you really get to see like how prolific this band is, and it's just, you can't stop them in their style because they keep switching styles from album to album.
Cool. So do we have anything else to say about that one? Do we want to watch a third one? Do we want to rewatch something?
I mean, I could probably watch that one again. You said you missed stuff too. I could probably watch that one again.
Let's watch the animated one again, and then we'll watch the other one just because that's newer. But yeah, so that way I can see what you guys are talking about. Because in the first one, I think we all kind of, you know, it was more simple, and this is one so complex. But I also want to focus, you know, on newer stuff. But like this one was just so complex. And Andy's in the other room, probably being like, "When's she gonna be done?" Try to get him to talk, but he didn't want to be on video. Okay.
I mean, more the merrier with this video reaction, right?
I know. I said, okay.
I could get Adam over here. Bean, you want to watch a video?
So we're going to do the animated one.
Yeah.
You want to watch a music video?
Hello.
Welcome to the
Hi,
video.
this is my husband.
Hi.
This is my Bean.
Hi.
He tolerates me.
Are we ready? Is everyone at 0?
Yep.
Ben?
Yep.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Takes a minute to get started on this one. But I mean, you need to read it. It helps make sense.
Yeah. I really like this one. Very rocking.
What was that?
I really like this one. It's very rocking.
I started choking on like air.
Breathing's difficult.
You guys breathe?
Yeah, I noticed a lot more stuff, like you guys said.
Yeah, the cardboard was going through the whole thing. It was like part of the animation style, so you could see like it looked like folded and crunched, you know, in everything that they were doing, which was really cool. I didn't notice it was like through the whole thing, so I definitely noticed that more this time than I did the last time.
And it was a very unique animation style too. It's not like something I'd be interested in seeing more of whoever animated that, because it was just very interesting and weird. And it reminds me of some things all put together, but like I don't think I've ever seen completely like in that animation style, because it was like it was 2D animation, but you know that they were drawn as like 3D objects, and they have like layers in there, so it makes it seem like a 3D world, but like it's all like 2D drawings and stuff, which is like pretty cool.
What were you gonna say?
It just reminds me of like the late 90s and like early 2000s, like punk, like Green Day and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, they had kind of a Green Day piece in there, it seemed
Yeah.
like, where it was just like rock, but like rock about like stuff's just not good enough.
Yeah. I like it.
It was very good. There was they did the Soylent Green right at the beginning, where the lady was like pouring out cereal, and it's like, is that made from people? And then after that, there was also the scene where the guy was drinking coffee, and he definitely has a drinking problem, because that did not land in his mouth.
I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know why that shot out of a lot of them stood out, but it was just like oddly cute. I don't know. I keep using that word because I like creepy things. That's cute. But
and then I didn't realize the guy in McDonald's or whatever that was supposed to be, like, he died. He wasn't just vomiting from eating too much. He like, you get to see his like his angel go to heaven and stuff. So I didn't see that the first time.
I saw that the old lady in the one scene, she was like the old creepy lady, was dragging a baby.
Oh wow.
When it had like the nun and the like bigger alien lady, like they were like dragging that baby.
See, I still thought that was a puppy. I didn't even see the baby.
I like I just think every time a bus hits someone, it's Final Destination reference.
Mm-hmm.
So
What cares about
it? the bus hitting the kid, I'm just like, Final Destination? Is there going to be a train?
It's
a plane?
It's a very unique music video. It's not something you see like at all.
Yeah, it was like dark, but at the same time made everything accessible. And the bus was neat because like it was not only, it was showing how that scene in particular was showing like how society is killing itself in multiple layers, because the kid kills the rat and then the bus kills him, and you can just tell there's like no care on any of those layers. It's just a continuation of the problem stacking upon itself, which was like really neat. So it became more of a they can't help themselves type of situation when you saw that scene.
My question is like, did someone come up with this, like, so you either like come up with everything all in like one sit down and you know exactly what you want, or it takes a really long time to find all the details, or just everyone has their little part. When I'm doing this stuff, it just takes forever. I might have like a spark of an idea. Actually, my like final college project was supposed to be like an alien battle thing, and it was just way too complicated. I still have the storyboard somewhere, but it's way too much for one person, and I couldn't get the whole story. You wouldn't have all those layers. But some people just like, it's in their head, and they're like that amazing at creating things and like every element and getting really in depth in it. So I'd be interested in talking to them about that in both music videos we watched. And I think we'll watch the third one, because the first one I think we did have a good conversation. It was like I said, simpler but still really cool and like right in your face. But I think rewatching that one, we could take up a little bit more time and just watch a third one and then wrap up.
Okay. Should we do the goddess one?
We should do a newer video.
Like
newer video?
Red Sky?
Yeah, Red Sky looks, I mean, it's at the top, so I would assume that's the newest one. Just because, like, we want to show their new music. They had a new album out in 2020, I believe it said. So, you know, focusing on that, but also telling people to go check out all their stuff because they're really awesome. So
Let's see.
I'm Away kept popping up. I can't see the dates on what I'm looking at.
It's 2019 October.
Okay, what was
Red Sky.
Yeah, Red Sky was 10 months ago.
Yeah, so that's pretty new.
All right, let's watch that. I mean, plus the thumbnail looks really cool. Her makeup like all smeared, and she's like having her fun and just like really serious.
Indeed.
So let's watch that, and then we'll wrap up because this has been taking a while. But we want to make them good for the bands. I can't react on my own. You hear me? I think Ben's the best at this.
I just get wound up and I blab, blah, 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 blah.
No, I think you
Needs
just
to help.
I mean, Barbara notices different things too, but you like really like. I can only like focus on one thing at a time, and you just kind of like take it all in at once. But you're also like a musician, so you have that standpoint as well. Whereas,
Yeah, I like Barbara's eye though. She really sees every scene and like knows what's going on with the colors and why, which is awesome. And then you're really good at keeping us on track and like bringing the conversations forward and saying, yeah, both of those points make this happen for me, which is like neat because I feel like you have a good holistic view there.
yeah, like that's why I need you guys, because my reactions aren't that good. We talked about that before. I'm very like a slow reactor, so I'll watch this like 3 times and then see things, but it makes it even better that you're telling me. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
best locations.
Yeah, seriously. Where do they find this stuff? They just went out in the woods and found this amazing industrial metal looking thing.
And the smoke bombs, that's cool. They're hard to work with, and we just did a photo shoot with them last week. That video literally had everything, but not too much of anything. So it was like the animation that had a lot more, the other one that had like really cool, distinctive items, and then this was just like all of it, but like not, you know, it wasn't like too many things. There was a lot of things, but not too many.
The music was the same way. Like you can hear from the old video that we watched earlier that it brought all the metal styles together into one in that video. You could really hear it just becoming a new sound almost, which really brought in everything. Like they brought in the heavy stuff, they brought in the rock stuff, and they even had like some other things they hadn't explored before. So you got this kind of nice dark but full sound where like everybody in the band had a very powerful presence in it. It's really cool.
And it was more like their new sound's definitely different than the old sound, but you can hear all those elements and like it's still them, but you know, it's a little bit from that, which is what we were talking about earlier. So I think that's cool. Also, they have special effects and there's like animation stuff within that, which was really cool, because that is the stuff I really want to do and what I went to school for that I don't know how to do. But that was like the kind of music video, the dream music video of like what I've always wanted to make. So that's like good and inspiring. Also, I'm taking a class this semester at Point Park, advanced editing. And then I don't really have the visual effects stuff anymore, but hopefully I can learn more of that stuff. But I'm excited. Anyways, so yeah, that was, to me, that is like an ideal music video.
There were like so many things that like stood out to me. Like the first thing is that like the band themselves playing didn't overpower the story so much, because sometimes that happens where it's so like almost focused on the band, you like lose the interest in the story. But it didn't feel that way. It just felt like they were telling the story of the girl. And also I appreciate the monkey see, monkey do, monkey hear, like like that whole thing. I was like, that's very clever. They were very into symbolism and just using different things to connect to kind of old school ideas.
Yeah, that's what I really liked, is the story translates well through their imagery. And it's, especially this video was the same thing. It had the dichotomy between them playing out in the forest with industrial metal and kind of a warlike looking thing, and then the circus underneath where it's like you're almost mixing the fact that it's war and it's a game, you know, because it's just fun at the circus, but it's also like serious. And I really liked how those two were going against each other in that video.
It reminded me a lot of Dematis from here, who were also on the DI Records label, but that's like a comparison to something that's here. I think they would play a great show together. Yeah, we need to do a video with Dematis as well, but they have the kind of freak show thing going, but it's not like too similar that it's weird. It's just like reminds you of it, and they also have a female singer, but like, I don't know. I like the freak show circus kind of stuff. Like that's really cool. I would probably have never been to a circus, but I would go to one like that. No animals, demons included, but I think out of all the music videos, that one was definitely like, just, they were all awesome, but that one just like had all like, I don't know. I don't even know how the right words.
Yeah, there was a great apex.
I'm the wrong person.
You don't got words?
No, not really.
Okay.
You liked it? Fit in the middle?
Yes, I like both of them. Yes, I did. I'm just not the very vocally type person. I don't know how to explain things well like that in my head. Just the first time seeing it, but it reminded me of like old music videos and whatnot that you don't really see anymore. But it had like a modern twist to it. That's what I liked.
Reminiscing. Hey, that's fine. That's how I said my works too. It takes me a while, but when other people pointed out. So we're on the same level. You put a video, just the two of us. We need these two to help. You both are fired. He's fired. Get out of here.
Wait, you don't want me to go too deep into it?
It was good. I would just be like, but thanks for joining us.
Side note, I want my hair to change colors like hers did. How do I do that? Like I snap my fingers and my hair changes?
And how come tattoos don't move, right? We want all these things.
That was really cool.
I know.
It comes a little black every once in a while.
Like I just want my hair to change like that. Like goddamn.
Be done and my makeup to be done when I wake up.
Yes.
Tattoos reminded me of the supernatural symbols, though.
I mean, it was cool. Like they did a really good job with the makeup evolving through the storyline too, and same thing with the other colors in the smoke. And they brought the flame in at the right time to show that it's escalating. So that's where the circus freak in that case finally took over the circus master. And it was so neat to see that, because then his head's on fire and his cigar's on fire, and she's standing on him at the end of the video like, I won, and it's kind of like coming through in the end with a new person controlling everything, and hopefully that's for the people is kind of what it seemed like it was leaning towards.
All of it was great. I noticed she got her hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It had to have been longer in the other music video that we watched, but this is newer. So she cut it a little bit. It was way longer in that pony. But her hair,
unless she was wearing extensions.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Maybe that's why it looked so perfect. Either way, her hair is great. All these videos. How do you just look that great all the time? I mean, but I'm sure she all the time. Me, I have to do all this, and then I will see the lighting, and I'm like, why'd I try?
I also liked how they weren't the red was so subtle at the beginning, and then it just gradually built up almost naturally until the end of the video, and even then it wasn't that overpowering in your face.
They were doing that too with the flames and the colors coming up overall, so it's like you could see it all rocketing slowly. It was really nice.
Each video didn't stay away from different colors. You could tell which each color was worked on.
Well, I mean,
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. I mean, I tend to go towards the red because my hair was red. I'm not changing my website to gray. So it's staying black. You smoke bomb pictures of me coming in red. They'll be out soon. Which would kind of go along with these guys because I have demon ice cream cone. But yeah, I think they did really good at everything. They have to have a good team, or I mean, just them as a band is filled with the perfect creative. They think of great ideas together. They bring on the right people to make those things, or even come together on those ideas, and they just pull it off amazingly well with how much went into it. It's just that's awesome. We need to go there.
Yeah, I mean, every video we saw of them was like you're professional. You've been doing this for a while. You know exactly what you want, and it was just I was surprised at how point on it was. There wasn't anything I'm like, you could improve this, or I see the evolution. They were good from the beginning, and just every video and every song they made is you see the evolution of them just getting better, but still it's nothing's less quality than anything else. It's so cool.
Be what is this show we're on? They can't even figure out too. No, yeah, they hit every point and did it really well.
Oh yeah, they were so good.
Cool. Well, do we have any more comments? I think we went through a lot. I think this in the video me and Ben filmed that will be coming up soon. The videos are evolving as we're getting more comfortable in their longer conversations, which I try to keep my videos shorter. But I think in these team videos, it's good. And hopefully it'll bring more people in. And we'll still start doing shorter videos, but instead of like trying to keep to a time limit, I really like that it's like expanding a little bit more and we get really good discussions and hopefully make really good prize videos, because these are prize videos for the DI Records thing. Dakota, he's somewhere. He's not on here, but he's somewhere. So yeah, we're going to do an interview with them. And then we're still waiting on the 3 other finalists to reach out to us. So we have that, and we'll work on other ideas together. Well, eventually we'll catch up until, you know, people want us to work faster. Go donate to our 401 Tunes funds.
Exactly.
Maybe. But you guys have to participate in things like snippets.
Yes. Everything you can do for music now, you need to do virtually, because it's not happening in real life. And these bands really would appreciate anything you could do to help them be ready for when you want to rock in concert, because that's the way you're going to get it, and that's the way you're going to get it good.
And bands, submit your submissions. It's easy. Like, just be part of the show. It can be from a show from 5 years ago. Just send me a clip. It's a great promotion. It helps me edit and put videos out faster. And then eventually we'll be interviewing some of them. But you got to send the submissions. Not a lot of work. You got to put in a tiny bit of work. All you have to do pretty much is upload a video, hit send, or like put it in a Dropbox. That's all.
Yeah, and if you're in Pittsburgh, let us know about your band, because that's where most of us are. And Mr. Bones is covering everything Pittsburgh. I'm shaking a pen at you, and I don't know why.
Show up Pittsburgh. All the bands that have been entering have been showing up Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh is not participating. Get in here, guys. So, I think that's it. Barbara needs to go to bed. Ben probably needs to go to bed.
I gotta go to work. Yeah.
Just got off work.
Cool.
You worked a day shift? Ben?
What?
Yeah, I work day shift now.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I did not
And
work.
from home.
That's awesome. I don't need to work from home. I'm turning the room into an office. I literally rearranged the whole house today. I mean, I rearrange stuff all the time, but I moved stuff from the living room to the back room and from the back room out here. It was a lot of work, and I'm turning that into an office so I can do my homework and do this easier than having to set up every single time. My camera and stuff can just be. So let's keep our fingers crossed, because I will throw my computer out the window. All right.
Feel better, Barbara. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.